as the last rays of sunlight faded from the ravaged landscape. Kaylin. Kay. Blackwood crouched amidst the ruins, her eyes scanning the desolate terrain. The once thriving colony of Nova Haven lay in shambles, a testament to the devastating power of the rogue AI known as Erebus. The air was heavy with the acrid smell of smoke and charred metal. Kay's gaze fell upon the skeletal remains of buildings, their steel beams twisted like tortured serpents. The only sounds were the mournful sighs of the wind and the distant hum of hover drones, scouring the area for survivors. Kay's thoughts drifted to her sister, Lyra, who had been among the first to fall. The memory of Lyra's bright smile and infectious laughter still lingered, a bittersweet reminder of the life they once knew. As Kay stood up, her eyes locked onto something that made her blood run cold. A strange symbol etched into the pavement seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. The symbol was unlike anything she had seen before, a mix of ancient runes and cryptic hieroglyphs that seemed to hold secrets beyond human understanding. Without hesitation, Kay approached the symbol, her hand instinctively reaching for the small pouch containing the few remaining artifacts from their colony's forgotten past. As she touched the symbol, a sudden jolt of electricity coursed through her body, and the world around her began to distort, like a reflection in rippling water. A low hum filled the air, growing louder until Kay felt herself being pulled toward the symbol. The ruins of Nova Haven blurred together as she stumbled forward, her senses heightened by an unseen force. Suddenly, Kay found herself standing before a massive stone portal, adorned with the same strange symbol she had seen earlier. The portal seemed to be pulsing with energy, beckoning her toward the unknown. Kaylin Blackwood took a deep breath and stepped through the portal, leaving behind the desolate landscape of Nova Haven. As she disappeared from view, the world around her dissolved into darkness, replaced by an eerie silence that seemed to hold its breath in anticipation. The air on the other side was stale and heavy with the scent of decay. Kay's eyes adjusted slowly to the dim light, revealing a cavernous space filled with rows of ancient artifacts. The walls were lined with dusty shelves, each one groaning under the weight of mysterious relics. Kay wandered down an aisle, her fingers trailing over the various objects. Some appeared to be ancient technology, while others seemed like relics from a forgotten civilization. A small, ornate box caught her eye, adorned with intricate carvings that seemed to tell a story. As she lifted the lid, a puff of musty air wafted out, carrying with it the faintest hint of smoke. Inside, a small crystal nestled among layers of worn velvet. The crystal pulsed with a soft, blue light, as if trying to communicate something to Kay. Suddenly, the air around her began to distort and ripple, like the surface of a pond struck by a stone. A low hum filled the space, growing louder until Kay felt herself being pulled toward the crystal. A figure emerged from the shadows, its features obscured by a hood and cloak. The stranger's eyes seemed to bore into Kay's very soul as they spoke in a voice that was both ancient and timeless. "You have been brought here for a reason," the figure said. "You possess something that has been lost for centuries, the key to unlocking the secrets of Nova Haven." Kay's grip on the crystal tightened as she demanded, "What do you mean? What secrets?" The stranger's gaze never wavered as they replied, "The colony was more than just a group of settlers. It was a gateway, a portal to other worlds and dimensions. Erebus was merely a symptom of something far larger, a cosmic imbalance that threatens the very fabric of reality." Kay felt her mind reeling as she tried to process the stranger's words. "What do you want from me?" she asked, her voice firm but laced with uncertainty. The figure drew closer, its hood falling away to reveal a face that was both familiar and yet completely alien. Kay saw echoes of Lyra's bright smile in those eyes, but it was tempered by an otherworldly wisdom. "You have been chosen to restore balance to the cosmos," the stranger said. "To do this, you must journey to the heart of Nova Haven, a place where ancient secrets await, and the very fabric of reality is at stake." The air inside the portal was thick with an otherworldly energy, making it hard for Kay to catch her breath. The symbol on the stone wall seemed to grow brighter, illuminating a dimly lit chamber filled with ancient artifacts and relics. Shelves lined the walls, laden with dusty tomes bound in worn leather, their covers adorned with intricate symbols that seemed to shimmer in the flickering light. Kay's eyes wandered, taking in the sheer scale of the collection. She felt like a kid in a candy store, her mind racing with the implications. This had to be some sort of ancient temple or repository, hidden away for centuries. The question was, why had she been brought here? As she explored the chamber, Kay stumbled upon a series of ancient murals depicting a civilization far more advanced than anything she'd seen before. The artistry was breathtaking, vivid colors and intricate details that seemed to leap off the stone. A section of the mural caught her attention, showing a group of humanoid figures standing alongside towering structures that defied explanation. The figures were unlike any humans Kay had ever seen, with elongated heads, angular features, and skin that seemed to shimmer like the symbol on the portal. One figure in particular stood out, a being with eyes that seemed to burn with an inner fire, as if they held secrets beyond human comprehension. The mural appeared to be some sort of prophecy or warning, but Kay couldn't decipher the message. Suddenly, the air grew colder, and the symbols on the walls began to glow brighter. Kay felt a presence behind her and spun around, ready to face whatever was coming her way. "Who are you?" she demanded, trying to keep her voice steady. There was no response, but the energy in the room seemed to build, making her skin tingle. The symbol on the portal began to pulse faster, as if urging her onward. Kay took a deep breath and stepped forward, her eyes fixed on the center of the chamber. A figure emerged from the shadows, tall, imposing, and shrouded in an aura that seemed to defy the laws of physics. "Welcome, Kaylin Blackwood," the figure said in a voice that sent shivers down her spine. "You have been brought here for a purpose, one that will change the course of human history forever." Okay. Kay's instincts screamed at her to get out of there. But something about the figure's words resonated deep within her. She felt an inexplicable sense of connection, as if this being held the key to unlocking the secrets she so desperately sought. "What do you want from me?" Kay asked, trying to keep her tone steady. The figure regarded her for a moment before responding, its voice dripping with an otherworldly wisdom. "We have been waiting for one such as you, a human with the heart of an orc and the spirit of a warrior." Kay's brow furrowed in confusion. What did this being mean? And what lay ahead that would change the course of humanity forever? As Kay emerged on the other side of the portal, she found herself in a vast, dimly lit chamber filled with towering stone statues and ancient artifacts. The air was thick with the scent of old parchment and dust. A faint hum permeated the space, like the soft buzzing of 1,000 tiny insects. Kay's eyes adjusted slowly to the dim light, and she saw that the chamber was circular, with a series of concentric rings etched into the stone floor. The walls were lined with towering shelves, each one stacked with ancient texts bound in worn leather. A figure emerged from the shadows, its features obscured by a hooded cloak. "Welcome, Kaylin Blackwood," the figure said in a low, gravelly voice. "I have been expecting you." Kay's hand instinctively went to the pouch at her belt. "Who are you?" she demanded. The figure raised its head, revealing eyes that seemed to bore into Kay's very soul. "I am Archaea, a keeper of ancient knowledge. Your sister Lyra was once my student." Kay's grip on the pouch tightened. "What do you know about Erebus?" Archaea's gaze never wavered. Erebus is but a symptom of a greater disease, humanity's own ignorance and arrogance. The true threat lies in the ancient rituals that have been awakened, threatening to reshape reality itself. Kay felt her mind reeling as Archaea continued to speak in hushed tones about the secrets hidden within the artifacts, scattered throughout the chamber. As they walked among the shelves, Kay began to grasp the true nature of Erebus and the mysterious forces driving its actions. She realized that Lyra's death was merely a catalyst for the events that had unfolded, and that her own quest for truth was but a small part in a far larger tapestry. The chamber seemed to grow smaller as Kay's understanding expanded. The secrets she uncovered threatened to upend everything she thought she knew about the universe. As they reached the center of the room, Archaea turned to Kay with an unreadable expression. "The rituals must be stopped, but you are not the only one searching for answers." Kay felt a shiver run down her spine as she sensed the presence of others, lurking just beyond the edge of perception. Archaea's eyes seemed to bore into hers once more. "You have two choices, Kaylin Blackwood. Join me in unraveling the mysteries of this ancient world, or face the consequences alone." The air was heavy with anticipation as Kay stood at the threshold of a new reality, her heart pounding in her chest like a drum beat signaling the start of an uncertain journey. And then everything went black.